The Galactic Military Academy on Station Kepler-7 had trained warriors from 600 species over 3 centuries. Its hallowed halls had produced generals, admirals, and peacekeepers who maintained order across 47 star systems. But never, in all those years, had the instructors witnessed anything quite like the humans. Maya Chen walked through the reinforced doors of the strength conditioning facility on her first day, her dark ponytail swinging behind her as she surveyed the massive gymnasium. Beside her, Ryan Foster adjusted his academy uniform and grinned at the various alien cadets struggling with equipment designed to push their bodies to the limit. "Looks intense," Ryan muttered. Watching a Kralix cadet, a species known for their exceptional physical prowess, strained beneath a gravity bar set to 3 times standard pressure. "We've got this," Maya replied confidently. Rolling her shoulders, Instructor Vexthar, a towering Zentari with 4 arms and skin like polished obsidian, slithered toward them. His species had dominated the strength competitions for the past 50 cycles. "Humans," he announced, his translator rendering his hissing speech into something comprehensible. "You will begin with the standard assessment. Lift the calibration weights until failure. This determines your training regimen." The calibration weights were arranged in ascending difficulty, starting at what would be considered light for most species and ending at levels that could challenge even the mighty Zentari. Each weight was a dense hexagonal bar approximately 2 meters long, glowing with indicators showing its mass in standard galactic units. Maya approached first. She gripped the starting weight marked at 150 SGUs and lifted it smoothly overhead. Easy. She moved to the next level, 300 SGUs. Still manageable. The alien cadets watched with mild interest. Humans were new to the academy, and nobody knew quite what to expect from the inhabitants of that little blue world in the Sol system. Ryan took his turn, matching Maya's performance with ease. They progressed through the levels together. 450 SGUs, 600 SGUs, 900 SGUs. Now the other cadets were paying attention. A Draenix cadet, whose species had colonized high-gravity worlds, had failed at 750 SGUs just yesterday. At 1200 SGUs, Maya paused, breathing heavily but still in control. She completed the lift. Ryan did the same, though his arms trembled slightly. "Impossible," whispered a Killian cadet, their crystalline form refracting the gymnasium lights in confusion. "They're from a light-gravity world. The scan said 1.0 standard gravity." Instructor Vexthar's 4 eyes narrowed. "Continue," he commanded. At 500 SGUs, both humans completed their lifts. The gymnasium had gone silent. The weight that now rested on its rack was the same level that had hospitalized a Zentari cadet last cycle, and the Zentari evolved on a world with 2.3 standard gravities. Maya wiped sweat from her brow and reached for the 400 SQ bar. This was the academy record, set by Instructor Vexthar himself during his cadet years. Her fingers wrapped around the cold metal. She lifted. Her legs shook, her core engaged, every muscle in her body firing in perfect coordination. The bar rose, overhead, complete. The gymnasium erupted in shocked chatter. Ryan stepped up, jaw set with determination. He gripped the record weight bar, took a deep breath, and lifted. For a moment it seemed he might fail. The bar wavered at chest height, but then something shifted. Some reserve of stubborn human tenacity kicked in. The bar went up, he held it. Then slowly, carefully, brought it back down. "Explain this," Vexthar demanded, slithering closer to examine the humans as if they might be mechanical constructs rather than flesh and blood. "Your homeworld is not a high-gravity planet. Your musculature appears standard." "How?" Maya shrugged, still catching her breath. "We're not actually that special, sir. Pretty average for humans, honestly. Earth's gravity might be 1.0 standard, but we evolved as persistence hunters. We're built for endurance and functional strength, not just power. Besides," Ryan added with a smile, "we've been working out since we were kids. Sports, gym class, that kind of thing. It's just normal where we're from." Before Vexthar could respond, an alarm blared through the facility. A mechanical voice announced, "Maintenance emergency in Sector 7G. Gravity stabilizer displacement. All personnel evacuate immediately." The cadets began filing toward the exits in an orderly fashion, but Maya glanced toward the corner of the gymnasium, where the massive gravity stabilizer, a crucial component of the station's artificial gravity system, had apparently shifted from its mounting. The device was enormous, easily 3,000 SGUs, and it had toppled onto its side, blocking the primary maintenance access panel. Coolant was beginning to leak, hissing as it contacted the floor. "We need to move that before the coolant floods the power conduits," Maya said, analyzing the situation. "Impossible," Vexisthar replied. "Lifting equipment is 14 minutes away. We evacuate and seal the sector." Maya and Ryan exchanged a look. Then, without a word, they jogged toward the displaced stabilizer. "What are you doing?" Vexthar shouted. "That device weighs more than 3 times the Academy record. It broke the backs of 2 Zentari maintenance workers when it fell." Maya and Ryan positioned themselves on opposite sides of the massive cylinder. They squatted, gripped the reinforced handles, and shared a nod. "On 3, Maya said. 1, 2, 3. They lifted. Together. The massive gravity stabilizer rose from the floor, slowly but steadily. The assembled cadets stood frozen in disbelief. The 2 humans carried the device 3 meters to the side, clearing the maintenance panel, then gently set it down. "Panel's clear," Ryan announced, dusting off his hands. "Maintenance crew should be able to fix the leak now." Maya grabbed a mop from a nearby supply closet and began cleaning up the spilled coolant, casually stepping around the stabilizer that had hospitalized 2 of the station's strongest workers just hours before. Instructor Vexthar stood motionless, all 4 of his eyes wide in shock. Around him, cadets from 600 species whispered in their native tongues, translators buzzing with words like impossible, terrifying, and human. Finally, a small Pixith cadet, barely a meter tall, floated forward on its anti-gravity harness. "Instructor Vexthar," it squeaked, "I have a question about the humans." "Yes?" Vexthar responded, still staring at Maya and Ryan. Are they coming back to finish the assessment?" Vexthar looked at the remaining calibration weights, the ones beyond the Academy record that no cadet had ever attempted. Then he looked at the 2 humans who were now helping maintenance workers secure the gravity stabilizer properly, treating the multi-ton device as if it were merely awkward rather than impossibly heavy. "No," Vexthar said quietly. "I think we've seen enough." From that day forward, the human strength standards were recalibrated, and somewhere in the Galactic Military Academy's archives, a new notation appeared beside humanity's entry. "Approach with caution. Deceptively powerful. Recommend never challenging to casual physical activities." Maya and Ryan, for their part, just thought everyone else needed to hit the gym more often.